You plug in your OBD2 scanner and get a blank screen or a no communication error showing up. The problem is not always your scanner or the vehicle computer itself. In most cases, the fix is simple and costs nothing. Here are 7 common reasons an OBD2 scanner fails to connect and exactly how to fix each one at home. Blown OBD2 or cigarette lighter fuse. The OBD2 diagnostic port receives power through a fuse in the vehicle's fuse box. Its job is to provide constant power to the port even when the key is off. On many vehicles, this fuse is shared with the cigarette lighter or accessory circuit. When it blows, the port has no power and the scanner appears dead. This is the #1 cause of no communication errors, and drivers often overlook it entirely. How to fix it? Check your owner's manual or the fuse box diagram for the OBD2 port fuse. Pull the fuse and inspect the metal strip inside for a visible break. Replace it with a fuse of the same amperage rating. Also test the cigarette lighter. If it does not work, the shared fuse is blown. A multi-pack of fuses costs under $5 at any parts store. Bad scanner cable or connector. The OBD2 scanner connects through a cable with 16 pins that must align perfectly with the port. Its job is to transmit a clean signal between the vehicle and the scan tool. When the cable develops an internal break or a pin bends inside the connector, communication fails intermittently or completely. Cheap scanners are especially prone to cable damage after repeated use. This is easy to test by borrowing another scanner. How to fix it? Inspect the scanner cable for visible damage, sharp bends, or crushed sections. Look inside the connector with a flashlight for bent or missing pins. Try a different scanner if possible. If a different scanner connects successfully, your original scan tool is faulty. A quality basic OBD2 scanner costs between $30 and $60. Dirty or damaged OBD2 port pins. The OBD2 port on the vehicle has 16 small metal pins that must make solid electrical contact with the scanner. Their job is to carry signal and power between the two devices reliably. When the pins get pushed back into the connector body, bent, or corroded from moisture, the scanner cannot establish a stable connection. The port is usually located under the dash and can be exposed to spilled drinks and debris. How to fix it? Shine a flashlight into the OBD2 port and check each pin. All pins should sit at roughly the same height with no missing or recessed pins. Gently lift any bent pin back into position with a small pick tool. Spray electronic contact cleaner into the port and reconnect. Do not force bent pins aggressively, as breaking one may require port replacement. Scanner not compatible with vehicle protocol. OBD2 vehicles use several different communication protocols including CAN, ISO 9141, KWP 2000, and J1850. Each scanner must support the specific protocol your vehicle uses. A cheap scanner that only supports the most common protocol cannot connect to vehicles using older or less common standards. You see a no communication error, even though everything else is working correctly on both sides. How to fix it? Check your scanner's specifications and verify. It supports the protocol for your vehicle. Any scanner labeled supports all OBD2 protocols, or supports CAN, will work on any vehicle from 2008 or newer. Older vehicles from 1996 to 2007 may need a scanner that explicitly lists ISO 9141 or KWP 2000 support. Quality all-protocol scanners cost between $30 and $100. Dead vehicle battery or low voltage. The OBD2 system requires a minimum voltage of about 12.0 volts from the vehicle battery to communicate reliably. Its job is to power the scanner and keep the ECU responsive during the data request. When the battery is weak or undercharged, voltage at the port drops below the threshold and the scanner cannot establish communication. You see intermittent connections or complete failure with no codes being pulled. How to fix it? Start the engine before attempting to connect the scanner. Running engine voltage rises to 14 volts and provides consistent power to the port. Test your battery with a multimeter. A healthy battery reads 12.4 volts or higher when the engine is off. If voltage is below 12.0 volts, Charge or replace the battery before trying again. Ignition not in the correct position. Many vehicles require the ignition to be in a specific position to power up the OBD2 port. Its job is to prevent accidental battery drain when the vehicle is parked. On most vehicles, the key must be in the on or run position with all dashboard lights illuminated but without the engine started. Some vehicles require the engine running. The scanner will not connect in accessory mode or with the key fully off. How to fix it? Insert the key and turn it to the on position without starting the engine. All dashboard warning lights should illuminate. Try the scanner at this position. If it still does not connect, start the engine and try again. Push button. Start vehicles require pressing the start button twice without the brake pedal pressed to reach on position. Faulty engine control module or wiring fault. In rare cases, the ECU itself has failed, or a wire between the OBD2 port and the ECU has broken. The module's job is to respond to scanner requests with stored data. When the ECU cannot communicate or the wiring is broken, no scanner works regardless of compatibility or voltage. This is usually confirmed after all simpler causes have been ruled out and multiple scanners have been tried. How to fix it? Use a multimeter to check for voltage at pin 16 of the OBD2 port. You should read battery voltage with the key on. No voltage at pin 16 indicates an open circuit in the wiring that needs to be repaired. Check continuity from pin 4 and pin 5 to chassis ground. Any open circuit indicates a wiring fault that must be traced and repaired before the scanner can communicate.